Paul George over 9.5 rebounds and assists, minus 135 on DK Sportsbook. Since James Harden has arrived, he's actually hit the over in 12 of 14 games. If you go ahead and you remove the one blowout game where he only played 22 minutes, he's actually hit the over in 12 of 13. To make it even better, he's hit the over in 11 straight games. Paul George, love this spot as well. I think it's going to be a competitive game out there in LA with the Denver Nuggets visiting. Whenever you get two competitive teams going at it, playing a lot of minutes, you're going to have the opportunity to hit the over. I'm taking the over, minus 135. I'll sip that juice. I got prize picks for you today. Underdog, parlay play, sleeper picks. We're going to dive into the optimizer. We're going to look at prize picks, all sorts of plays. 1 and 2 yesterday, of course. Biggest video I've ever made, the most views, most subs. And of course, I go 0 and 2 on that video. We had one play, Julius Randle over 4.5 assists as a holdover from the Monday video, which did hit. So overall record moves to 26 and 6. Let's hope today's record jacks it up. All right, enough about the Paul George official pick. I love that one. I slammed it over. I actually went 2 units on that play. Now, I wanted to highlight the optimizer. It's totally free, mysparry.com. It's incredibly important. We're going to show you right now, Nikola Vucevic. I'm going to show you some line shopping for prize picks, parlay play, sleeper, underdog, all of them, and sports books. Fliff, for you fliffer nutters, going to have some information for you on that site as well. So stay tuned today. Huge show, full of value and picks. Let's get to it. Vucevic. I'm going to go full screen, kick my ugly mug off of it, and there you go. So we're looking at Vooch. He took an overview of the slate. I was like, yeah, we're going to look into the Hornets. You know, Hornets in the paint stink against bigs for years. Nothing's changed this year. Nothing's changed. We saw Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, and Nicholas Claxton all go for 20-plus points. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I want Vooch. Let's look at his points today. So lines right now, Fliff, minus 140. DK, minus 140. Caesars, BetMGM. Caesars, minus 139. Pinnacle, minus 152. All right, that's the barometer. That's the heat check. That's often where the markets are going to go. BetMGM leaves it at minus 125. Actually, I think that is a fantastic value right there at over 16.5 on BetMGM. FanDuel said you're not getting that play anymore. Ain't happening. Too much money coming in on the over. We're moving to 17.5. And then I went and looked at the data. I was like, is this a good play based on the data? And my friends, it's not an easy one. This is definitely one that's going to cause you a little bit of anxiety tonight for sure. But no Zach LaVine for the Bulls, potentially some more scoring opportunities. I will say Zach was not playing in the December 2nd game against the Pelicans, and Vooch played 33 minutes, took only 12 field goal attempts, and scored 6 points. What a miserable showing. The Bulls stink. However, it is Charlotte giving up the 5th most points per game in the NBA. A lot of offensive rebounds to opposing centers. And again, all the points being scored by opposing centers this year has been laughable. So Vooch, don't hurt us, okay? Just don't do it. He's been under 10 points in 4 of the last 5 games. Yikes. But he did have a 29 spot against Milwaukee, some rando game on November 30th. The other 4, 9, 6, 8, and 6. Just ugly, ugly basketball from the Bulls in general. But I think this is a really solid play, over 16.5 MGM. And there it is live. Underdog, parlay play, and sleeper. All right, let's move on. All right, so I'm on the free betting picks tab on the website. Optimizer value picks. Let's look at this one yesterday. I'm going to post another article probably within an hour or two. And then the best NBA parlay picks. These 2 articles, right? This has been a daily thing since I started maybe a week ago. 39 and 7 overall on the website. Totally free every day. You can read them. The parlay picks article, brand new yesterday. Prize picks, 2-0. Cam Reddish, under 2.5 boards. Austin Reeves under 4.5 assists went 2-0. Underdog went 0-1. And then parlay play went 4-1. And last but not least, sleeper picks went 2-0. Overall, this brand new article, which I will write every single day, went 8-1. 8-1, 100% free, just like my optimizer. 100% free. mysparry.com. Free optimizer, free articles, free parlay builder, which I don't even show you on this stream, but you have access to it. It's called the DFS and Donuts Parlay Picks tool or something like that. I actually don't even know what it says on the menu, but you'll see my name on it. And that's my parlay builder tool. They're all free. Please visit mysparry.com. And if you like all this free stuff, can you just hit the like button on the video? That would be amazing for me. I appreciate you immensely. 5,000 views yesterday, the best I've ever had. And of course, I went 0-2 on the hottest run on YouTube of 2023. I was on a 25-4 run, I think a 12-1 recent stretch, and of course, yesterday's live video went 0-2. It's just the way it works, right? Hit the like button. Hopefully you've subscribed and you're going to return and you're enjoying all this free content and all these free picks. Back to the optimizer. Let's make some selections. Going over to PrizePicks, first one. So let me actually show you this. The Select Pick'em site view is going to show you all 4 DFS apps versus 6 sports books. This is a really nice view. So as you're scrolling down, you're going to start seeing numbers like this, the round numbers. You'll start seeing some 1.5s, 4.5s, things like that. I've removed the date from the column visibility, which, by the way, you can do that on your own for what you want to see. And I like doing it like this because I want to see an overall view, like what do the books and the DFS apps all say simultaneously. And every once in a while, when you're looking at this Fliff column, you'll see an outlier. And I'll try to find one for you today where you can get a great line on Fliff. All right, as I'm scrolling through, you saw me doing it live. Fred VanVleet, under 9.5 assist on Underdog, and then on Sleeper is live. And then you go look at all these books. Check it out. Pinnacle, -152. Fliff, for you Fliffer nutters, -150. The rest of the books between -132 and -142. So that would be a play based on the math. If 58.66% implied probability to hit the under. That's an interesting play. Keep scrolling. Jimmy Butler over 4.5 assists. Remember, Miami is without Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. He's had 4 games like that the last 2 years. He had 5+ assists in 3 of them. And the one he missed, he finished with 4. And look at this. All 6 books juicing the over. Pinnacle juicing the over like crazy. -174. Probably a last opportunity to get Sleeper, get the Jimmy Butler play on Sleeper. So understand that this likely gets scrubbed shortly. Dylan Brooks under 3.5 boards. They're on the Underdog and Sleeper. So you've got multiple plays you can already play in Sleeper and Underdog. Underdog giving you this very nice value. 5 bucks, juicing it. -130, fair odds if you want them. I call -130 fair odds. That's kind of like my phrasing for it. After that, it starts to get a little juicy. Scrolling down, and this is why it matters. This is why I like looking at this view, because look at all these 58% implied probabilities. They're rare that you get these opportunities. Most of these books don't even give them to you. And if they do, they bump them like this to a 4, or Jaren Jackson, where they bump them and everything's a flat number, a 7, because there's 6 books juiced in the over. 58.51% implied probability. But when you get this opportunity and you see Draymond Green under 6.5 rebounds on Underdog Fantasy once again, golly, Underdog is providing a lot of value today. I mean, look at that. Look at this. You got a bunch of books juicing the under, and he's sitting there on Underdog. And again, all these other plays up here at this implied probability, you just don't get the chance to play very often. But Underdog's giving it to you. Now this season, Draymond Green is actually under in 9 of 12 games. This is a phenomenal pick based on the data and the market trends. The only thing that maybe gives you a second to be concerned is the fact that Portland allows the 5th most rebounds in the NBA, but all the money is slamming the under, and Underdog left it there. Grab it now. Keep sliding down. You're going to keep finding play after play after play today. Again, mysparry.com. 100% free. And look, at the lower the implied probability we go, the more options are going to be there. Again, I was just talking about that. Up here at 58-ish, you're not going to find many options. So when you do, you grab them because they're not going to be there very long. Once you get down in this range, 57.9 or so, you're going to get a lot of good plays, but they're not as great, and the books will leave them for a little bit. You also get some interesting opportunities when you're scrolling to grab a certain play on a certain book that maybe stands out. Again, look, you can see all the books juicing one way, and then you get 13 cents off based on the odds, so on and so forth. You guys can do this on your own, mysparry.com. Now let's talk about Joel Embiid today, because this is actually one I want to talk about for PrizePicks as well. So I'm going to go up to player, and I'm going to type in Embiid, EMB, and he popped right up. I can see all his markets. I'm just going to have them aligned. So here's all his assists, blah, blah, blah. So the assist prop, under 6.5. So you could say just about 6 points, 31.5. You're starting to see kind of even, right? I mean, you got Pinnacle saying -133 to the over, and you got Fliff -135 to the under. And I talked about it earlier. You want an opportunity to get good value. I think this one right here on Fliff, good value. Embiid over 31.5 points, I think is a fine option. He's hit the over a bunch this season, 10 of 16 games. Hit the over in 4 of the last 5. Washington's defense is a sieve. Embiid actually scored 48 against them on November 6th, 1 month ago to date. Scored 34 and 48 against them last year. They just can't handle him. Daniel Gafford cannot handle him in the paint. That's a really good option. But let's look at the rest of his markets here and see what we can find. This is interesting to me. Joel Embiid over 48.5 PRA. And why? Well, he could get there by scoring 1,000,000 points. He can also get there by getting 12, 13, 14 rebounds against Washington. And he can also get there with the assist, as he's had 7+ in 5 of the last 6, had games of 8, 9, 9, and 11 in 4 of the last 5. So the assists are way up. And why do I like the PRA over kind of all the other stuff right now? Well, that's because Washington actually gives up the second most points in the NBA, the most rebounds, and the most assists in the NBA. They're the worst team in basketball per the data. So I'm on it. I like that play a lot. I'm trying to decide right now if I want to go with the 48.5 at -120 on MGM, because I like that Pinnacle has driven this up to a -149. I think most of these markets will follow. FanDuel did move it as well. So I think I'm going to make that one another official play. Embiid, I'm typing it down so I can alert my Discord, over 48.5 PRA, -120 MGM. And it also is available on PrizePicks. And I will say this, if this line moves more, I think the play after that is to simply pivot to the points over 31.5. Because right now, even on Fliff, that's a nice price, -115 for you Fliffernutters. So let me say this. If you have access to the rest of the sports books, I actually like the PRA best on MGM. And if you don't, and you only have Fliff, I actually think the play is probably to take the 31.5 on Fliff, because that is a nice value. Now let's go ahead and look at the rest of PrizePicks and some of these sites here as we are line shopping. Again, you can use this 100% free, mysprary.com. Read the free articles, use the free tools. Interesting opportunities, I guess. We have Cade Cunningham at under 3.5 turnovers and only 3 sports books. So honestly, I like to try to find plays where there are 4, 5, 6 sports books when I'm taking a certain play. You want to dive into the data. Cade Cunningham was absolutely miserable for the first probably 15 games of the season. He had actually had 4+ turnovers in 10 of the first 13 games. Last 4 games, been a lot better. He had 1, 2, 7, and then 1 turnover. Marcus Smart still out for Memphis. That is not helping them at all. Maybe maybe everyone's slamming the under right now for Cade Cunningham because of that. Maybe he's not turning the ball over as much. We'll also say this, that this season he struggled, but last season he didn't. He was actually pretty good with the basketball. So markets are saying under. We only have 3 markets, so maybe it's a good time to jump on it before the other ones go live. And then they're all juiced to the under, at which point this is gone, okay? However, you got to make that choice on your own. I like having 4. I like having 6 to compare when I make my decisions. But everyone has their own personal process. And you could create your own on mysprary.com. Use the optimizer for free. Make all your own picks. Everybody has their own process. And look at this. This was posted in Discord. This is from PrizePicks Sniper. He took a screenshot 2 days ago of the top 10 plays on PrizePicks at I don't know, it was probably 1 p.m. Eastern. And you can do the same thing today. You go to the mysprary.com in the middle of the day and the plays will be different. The best value will be different. So when you're looking at it right now and you're like, man, there's not much value on PrizePicks this morning. You're not wrong. You're not. But when you go back in an hour, use it again, there might be 15 new opportunities because they've loaded new plays on the board. Money went in a certain direction. Plays got bumped. They got nerfed. And then you get more opportunities. So use it all day. Legitimately, I'm not trying to sell the optimizer because it's not a purchasable thing. I'm not selling it. It's free. There's no money involved. I'm just trying to provide good value for my YouTube members. That's it. It's just value. Cheers to that. Free content. Hit the like button if you're enjoying it. And use the optimizer 24/7. Use it at midnight. Use it at 3 a.m. if you're working the night shift. You will always find new value no matter when you use the optimizer. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to get some interesting opportunities. So PrizePicks Sniper, again, I posted this 1 o'clock. It had 10 plays. They went, I believe, 8-1 that day. And this was the slip he posted. It was this. I even tailed it. I was like, yeah, I haven't played a PrizePick Flex 6 in a while. And I full-tailed, full sent, and smashed the 25X. I was so thankful. It was pretty fun. And my friends, you can do that on your own all day, every day. Just use it. mysparty.com. You can scroll through and get play after play after play. Let's take a quick little peek at NFL and see if there's any value that is there already. You never know. Every once in a while, the NFL gives you something beautiful on these PrizePicks sites and things like that. So I'm going to leave it on a select pick'em site. All right. I'm going to actually turn off the column visibility. I don't care about the date, just care about the plays. And I'm going to start scrolling and see if anything jumps off the page. Well, there's a couple of plays here. I mean, Allen Robinson, again, there's only 3 books. They all are juiced, though. Allen Robinson, under 1.5 receptions on underdog, minus 150, minus 145, minus 137. This likely gets scrubbed, will not be on the site later. Scrolling down, look, I mean, I don't even see anything on the books. It's just too early. Oh, you can compare these sites if you want, grab the best line and see if any of them screwed up and there's like a messed up line. Every once in a while, you get one of them that's like 7-8 yards different than the rest of the books, or you'll get a middle opportunity where one book is 180, another book's like 192. You take the over 180, you take the under 192, and you hope for the middle. Nothing stands out. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call the show as I'm scrolling through here. MySparty.com, 2 articles today. Again, 39-7 on the Parlay Picks article. 8-1 on the PrizePicks Sleeper Picks Parlay Play and Underdog article. That one is the Optimizer article. I got to remember that's why I called it. The Optimizer article went 8-1. The Parlay Picks 39-7. I will have both of those articles up probably before like 1 p.m. So come back to the site several times and you'll get it. Sooner or later, it'll be there. They'll both be there. And maybe be looking out for a third article as I'm creating a DVP tool on the back end. So maybe that might even be live on the site today. So when you go to the site in the free tools menu, you might actually see the DVP menu today for NBA. Then we'll move to NFL. I got so much free stuff coming. Keep supporting the videos here. And as my YouTube channel grows and I keep getting more and more views and likes and comments, I'm going to keep banging out free stuff, more free articles, more free tools, more free picks, baby. I love to take care of my community. Thank you so much for watching. And hopefully this video finds you well and can line your pockets. Let's have a day.